This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at PWR Gym here in Essex. I'm joined by The Future, nicknamed himself The Future, by the way. Will Hamilton, how are you, mate?
What's wrong with The Future?
Nothing wrong with it. Did you actually name yourself that?
No. Adam named me.
I think that's a lie.
Adam named me. Ask him. Adam named me. Adam Mark named me.
All right, we'll get clarity on that in just a second. But yeah, obviously just into 2021, you will be like the majority of the boxing world looking for a fight date.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully sooner than later. Be better. Be nice, wouldn't it, in Dubai?
Well, funny you should mention Dubai, because MTK have 3 scheduled shows. Yeah,
Funny,
conveniently in February, March and April of this year. There's also got a show in Bolton, so you could wind up on one of those shows.
Yeah, hopefully not the Bolton one. Hopefully in Dubai, eh?
Listen, Bolton's a good place as well. Probably not this.
If you can fight anywhere. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter where you're fighting. Do you know what I mean? As long as you're fighting, sooner the better.
2 fights for you now, undefeated. Obviously, 2020 was a semi-productive year. I'm sure you would have liked to have had more bouts, but 2-0 so far for you. You can't really grumble too much with that.
You can't complain because there's some fighters out there that ain't had none last year. Do you know what I mean? So I was just grateful to get the 2 in and then hopefully get a few more this year.
It's not an ideal situation for any fighter to be turning kind of professional in the pandemic situation we're in because, like I said, in the first part of your career, you want to be getting as many rounds and as fights as possible, but you've got to take what you can at the moment, Will.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like my little cousin, Jimmy Croxton, he's just turned over, but it's like, you're going to be waiting a little while, ain't you? You're going to be waiting a little while to get your debut, so it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But yeah, anything comes up, you've just got to take it. Got to take it, got to be ready, got to stay on weight and just carry on with the sparring and just be ready to fight. Whenever they call you up, yeah, ready.
For people that don't know, talk to me a little bit about your amateur experience.
I was a Repton boy, had about 30 bats, 128, won a couple of national titles. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't really massive in the amateur career. I didn't have my first amateur fight till I was probably, 17? I was unlicensed before that, I had a few unlicensed fights, undefeated in that. I think I had 11 fights. And then, yeah, I thought, listen, let's give it a go. Let's call it a day with the amateur and turn pro.
So out of the current crop of cruiserweights that are out there, professional, what ones have you sparred?
I sparred quite a lot of them, to be honest. I mean, got Lawrence, obviously, he's number 1 now at the moment, isn't he? Done a few rounds with Lawrence. Who else you got? I'm trying to think, who else were other cruiserweights? I ain't sparred James, I ain't sparred Isaac. But yeah, a few of them. I sparred Dillian Whyte, heavyweight. Sparred Dillian, done a few rounds with Dillian. That was good sparring, but yeah, all the boys, that's what I mean.
Talk to me about that, sparring Dillian Whyte. I didn't know you'd sparred him. Did you spar him in his gym in Brixton?
No, I sparred him over in, what is the university?
Oh, Loughborough.
Loughborough, yeah, I sparred him over in Loughborough. Sparring with Dillian was great, do you know what I mean? He's a good man, top man. It was good sparring. Done a few rounds. Brilliant.
What fight was that in preparation for? Parker or Rivas?
No, a couple of years ago. I think it was Derek. Derek fight, the second one. Good.
How can you assess his power when you were sparring him, Dillian's?
I wouldn't say his power was like, his power ain't his key asset, but don't get me wrong, like when you're 17 stone and you're 6'6", you're going to carry some power, but yeah, his power ain't like nutty, ain't the power for his stuff sparring, you know what I mean?
Would you say you kind of gave a good account of yourself in that spar though?
I'd like to think so. That's for him to say, do you know what I mean?
And obviously you're sparring with Akoli, you've done a few rounds with Akoli as well, how was that?
What was that? That was when he was in the Olympics, what's that, what year was that? At Rio, 2016, so 5 years ago now. Yeah, it was all right. Only a few rounds, done a few rounds up at his gym in Hackney. It was good, decent sparring.
Obviously, listen, I'm not going to ask you to start calling out people. No, I'm not, mate. Mate, listen, I'm not.
Trying to get something out of me.
I'm not.
I ain't biting, Cougs. I'm not biting.
Let's just get some clarity about your name. He reckons that you named him The Future, but I'm saying to him that I reckon he's kind of big-headed enough to call it himself.
I didn't call myself The Future. You call me The Future. Come in the camera. Listen, come in the camera. Come here. Adam, come here. Coke, what's he playing at? Come in the camera quickly. Come on, quickly. Come on.
Adam, come on. Just come round.
Tell them how the story happens. When we was in Spain and you started calling me The Future.
Can you come down a little bit? Because
My head's too big, yeah, my head's too big.
So what happened? Tell him what happened.
you need to come down a little bit more because his head's...
Come in, boy. Anymore.
You ain't that tall.
What's this for midgets? Fucking hell.
Tell him about
Don't
it.
cut that out either.
Tell him about it. Tell him what happened.
Basically, we never ever sparred, so we were in Spain. The first time we went there, we ended up sparring some fella, and he didn't come back the next time. And so it's me and him. So we went to spar, and he
Straight from the airport.
Straight from the airport, and he's fucking headbutted me.
No.
Right, how comes I ended up with fucking super glue in my eye? I had to super glue my own eye together.
Took a little back foot, half a step back, bosh, right hand.
He's like a fucking unicorn.
Oh, ad.
Unicorn, the future of unicorns.
And then the future come about. You think, oh, you're really the future.
Do you know when like certain fighters come out with like pink boots and like, and you think you've got to be able to fight, but that's the same as when I look at your nickname, the Future. You've got to be able to fight to call yourself the Future.
Well, it says it for itself, doesn't it, Cougs?
In all seriousness, no, 2-0 for him. Not the ideal situation for him to kind of be turning pro. You'd like to have had more fights and rounds, etc. He's got to take what he can. But what kind of talent can Mr. Hamilton be?
Yeah, he's going to be a good talent. He's 24. He's got loads to work on. Yeah, look, it's just being honest, it's shit for everyone, isn't it? Like kids like 2-0, boys that are making their debuts in like boxing's changed. Boxing has changed probably for the next 3 or 4 years in what's going on with it. Until the pandemic's over, they've got to take what they can and get out when they can. And yeah, it's not going to. Let's hope it goes back to normal as soon as quick. But I just think, yeah, boxing's changed as in a sense for kids turning pro and kids that are 2, 3, 4, 5-0 and not fighting for titles. It's going to be very hard for them.
But as you're very well connected with your link with MTK, he's just made it clear he doesn't want to fight in Bolton, he wants to fight in Dubai, by the way.
So Ad's got me on the show in Dubai.
Listen, they all want to fight. They do my head in. I have gone to text messages, phone calls, all about Dubai. I don't know what they're all so worried about fighting in Dubai.
Nah, to be honest, I ain't fussed. Give me a day, I'm out. But preferably in the sun.
Bolton?
Nothing wrong with Bolton. Bolton's a lovely place.
Listen, Bolton.
Just go past the Burj.
Oh, so we're in Bolton.
You end up in Bolton. The Burj of Bolton.
Well, listen, wherever it is, whether it be Bolton or Dubai, as long as you get out, obviously in the first quarter of 2021, you can't grumble.
Never in a million years. I'm there. Book me in. Bolton, here we come.
Okay, have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish the Future?
Not much really, Cougs. How are you? I haven't asked you.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm brand new, brand new.
Good. What's going on?
Not really, no. Just ticking over like everyone else.
Pretty boring, isn't it?
A little bit boring, yeah.
A bit boring.
Like how this conversation's going now.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
On that note, I'm gone.
Peace out.